Okay, good evening. Happy Sunday. Welcome to YouTube Live Q&A. My name's Andrew Spirit. And this is just a general Q&A info share for anybody who has questions on spiritual development, angels, guides, energy. If you'd like some free online resources, some online spiritual community groups, I can happily recommend a few for you to join. Some of them also give free resources. They share information, smudging techniques. There's a whole lot of different things I can share with you if you're looking for some direction, information, guidance, whether it's with regards to crystals, angels. I don't do tarot myself, but there's quite a few things, areas I can help you with and share with. I'm also a mentor, spiritual development teacher, and meditation facilitator. So this is just a chance for you to get some free information, post your questions live. I'll answer them for you as best I can. Feel free to post. If there's anything I cannot answer for you right away, then I will find out from one of my colleagues, healer friends. I'll get the information for you. You're also welcome to join me on Thursday evenings on Facebook. I do lives where I channel psychic messages to random viewers that are tuning in. So my Facebook page and the YouTube page are the exactly same name. It's Medium Blessings Andrew Spirit. So you're welcome to join Thursdays Facebook or Sundays YouTube. So if you have any spiritual development related questions, guides, energy, meditation, even intuitive Reiki, how psychic mediums work, anything along those lines, just post your questions and I will answer them now during the live. And if there's a question I can't answer, I will get the information for you. And also, if you come up with questions over the coming days or during the week, save them and join me next time, maybe next Sunday. I typically do it every Sunday, not always the exact same time, but it's typically always towards the end of the day, late afternoon, early evening time. And I do try and post heads up on my Facebook page at least half an hour to an hour before I go live. Or if you just subscribe to my YouTube channel, you'll get notified when I go live. So if you have any questions on spiritual development, post them in the live. If you're looking for some online spiritual community groups to join on Facebook, I can recommend a few in a few different areas. I'm in Brockville, Eastern Ontario, but I'm a member of a few groups pretty much all across Ontario. So if you're interested, just let me know. I'll do my best to help out with questions you may have, information and resources you may be looking for. Some people don't have the luxury of having someone to talk to that is like-minded, that is energy sensitive, or that. If you're interested in more of what I do, you can visit my website as well, which is I actually posted in the comments for you. So feel free to check out more about that and my offerings. Okay, so there's the website. Okay, so I'll stay on the line for as long as there's interest to get an idea of what the interest is like tonight. And we'll just go from there. Okay. Hi, Marilyn. Nice to see you. Okay, looks like we've got quite a few viewers on tonight. So again, for those of you who are new, I'm a spiritual development teacher, energy healer, and medium. So I am just offering you the chance to ask general questions on spiritual development. I'll do my best to share what I have, what I can for you. Guides, angels, energy, how mediums work. intuitive healing, energy healing, anything along those lines. I'll share what I can with you. If you'd like to know more about my offerings, visit my website. I posted the link in the comments. So check that out if you like. And as usual, I'll just stay on the line just to see what the general interest is. And if there's a specific topic you'd like me to discuss, post that as well. And maybe I can cover it next week or in the coming weeks if there's a particular topic of spiritual development, spiritual interest. Send it to me and I'll meditate on that and see how I can help you with that. Okay, so Marilyn, so the pre-eclipse energies, I was off yesterday. Yesterday was not a great day for me most of the day, but I basically had to leave the house for a couple of hours, go on a very, very long walk. Went and met up with a couple of like-minded friends of mine, spent an hour or so together, made some dinner, and then by the evening it was good and settled down. Today was much better, so I'm good now. Some people are feeling it today. Everybody will have it differently, but today is much better for me. Yesterday was not great. So that's where I'm at, but it affects everybody differently. So depending how empathic or sensitive you are, everybody is affected differently. So okay, I just had to make some adjustments here. Okay. So again, spiritual development related questions, or if you have a topic you want me to contemplate on, I can bring it up next week or right now if you have anything specific. My website's in the link in the comments if you'd like to know more about me and what I do, my offerings. You can also join me on Facebook Thursdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's live psychic messages, our channel. Sundays is Q&A, info sharing. So we'll just wait and see what the interest is today. Sometimes we have quiet Sundays. It all depends on what's going on and when the weather's good. You know, people are out. Today was a nice day, so a lot of us are out. Better being outside than inside. Okay. Okay, Brenda, welcome. Just curious, you would like to know my zodiac sign. Are you do you do astrology readings, or is it just a passion of yours? Do you know much about zodiac signs? I'm just curious. It's nice to connect with other healers and other people who are either psychic or astrologists and read energy in different ways. It's interesting how different people work and what their abilities are. Okay. Okay. Okay, you've been doing it 13 years. Okay. Okay, Marilyn, are Akashic and past lives research the same? That's a good question. Let's see. So Akashic records are a record of every single moment of your experiences that you've ever had. So technically I could probably say more yes than no. So your past lives Akashic records would include, in my opinion, all of your past lives. So I would think they're the same or very similar. Past lives, Akashic records. Actually, Akashic records, I would say, includes your past lives as well as your future. So for me, Akashic is more inclusive. It's everything, past, present, and future. Past lives would only be prior. Even though everything is now in the moment, past lives is past. Akashic is past, present, future. Yeah, that's a good way of, that's my understanding of it. Okay. So Brenda, I am an air sign. Aquarius. I don't know what the animal is, whether it's dragon, tiger, or rat. I can't remember. I don't know. I could look it up, but I'm an Aquarius, air sign. Marilyn, I do not teach Akashic reading techniques. I haven't had enough experience to do that, so I don't teach it myself. I would recommend seeing someone who specializes in that. Akashic records are, in my opinion, you need to be really experienced and accurate. So it's not something I teach. I've only had a tiny bit of experience with that. So it's not really one of my strengths or fortes at this stage anyway. I'm very, very much more interested and fascinated with the current present lifetimes. So I haven't done much Akashic work myself, but it can be incredibly helpful to resolve things, to uncover subconscious things, to help you move forward. So very, very useful technique. Okay, so Brenda, you've been doing zodiac signs for a long time, many years. And just like psychics, astrology is very, very interesting. It's a huge, huge topic, a big area. There's a lot of helpful information. It's a fascinating subject, and it's a huge rabbit hole you can go down into. It is very, very interesting. It also helps with figuring out compatibility with other people, relating to other people, various kinds of relationships, and probably a whole lot more that I'm not even aware of. So astrology is not my forte, but it is interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay. Okay, Carissa, you're wanting to know if I can tell whether a person's future will be better than the past. So basically, Carissa, I'm a psychic and a medium. So I read for people, and I don't necessarily always get future projections or predictions. Spirit gives me whatever they feel I need to convey to the person in the moment of the reading. So I can certainly ask them whatever I want, but they don't necessarily give me all the information that I'm wanting from them. So I couldn't guarantee absolutely. I couldn't say to you, if you have a reading with me, I'll guarantee I'll be able to tell exactly where your future is. Sometimes I do get future things come up during people's readings. A lot of it is present, a little bit of it is past. Sometimes I get future messages related to their future. But with their future, some things are fluid, meaning they can change, and some things are set in stone, meaning they will come to pass. But you would have to basically have a one-on-one, like a private reading with a medium, and that during that reading, your spirit guides, your angels will come through, and they will share with you whatever they feel is in your best interest to help you move forward. So hope that answers your question, Carissa. If not, let me know, or ask maybe further questions connected to your initial question, and we can go from there. So with astrology, you can also find out more about your life purpose, why you're here, what you were meant to do, what your journey may involve. So when like I said, with your future, sometimes you get messages from spirit And the reason they give you this information is to offer you the chance to make a slight change or get on a different timeline or track so that you can improve the outcome of something, or have a slightly better result than you would have had you just stayed on the same path. And other times things will come to pass and you cannot change them. So we never know exactly what's fluid and what's not. Sometimes we get a few things shared with us, but if we knew most of our future, it would not be in our best interests, and it would affect how we behave and plan the rest of our days. So okay, so Carissa, you mentioned your parents have passed, so depending how long ago they passed, you may need to just give it more time before you, for example, you may wish to get a reading. You could get a private reading from a medium if you need to connect with them, if you need any kind of closure or resolve. And of course, there's not a 100% guarantee. For me, usually it works out, and usually I'm able to connect, but it's not absolute 100% guaranteed. So if it's been fairly recent, I'd say give it some time. Or if you're unsure of what you need or what you need to do, then I'd say wait. Don't ever go and see a medium if you're unsure or hesitant, or if you're on the fence, or if you're not feeling fully comfortable, because that can also affect the reading that you get. So I hope that also helps you, Carissa. Okay. And with readings and also astrology, it can be very helpful in figuring out what you're meant to do here. And it's not always necessarily connected to a job or a career. Some people's life purpose does involve a specific job or career, like a doctor or an engineer or a scientist. Other people have different purposes, so it's not necessarily related to work. Everybody's different. Let's do switch something there. Okay, there we go. So, where was I? So yeah, so spiritual development topics. I can help you with information regarding spirit guides and angels, how they work and connect, how to connect with them, meditation, healing styles, intuitive Reiki. These are things that I do myself, and I also teach. I'm also a spiritual development teacher. I mentor one-on-one with people. I read for them. I do psychic mediumship reads for them. I do intuitive Reiki healing for them. And I don't just do it in person. I can also do it remotely. So I do it online or over the phone with readings, and the same with healings. I can do distant healing, channeling energy while people, if they're too far away to come to me in person, we can do it from the comfort of their own home or their own space. So I'm an energy worker, basically. I channel. I also love to share information and teach. So that's why I do lives on Facebook and YouTube. Facebook, I channel psychic messages, live, short messages. I have a lot of people tuning in and watching. So I just channel brief psychic messages. That's on Thursdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on my Facebook page. Sundays, like now, is just general Q&A, spiritual development topics. Okay, Cherish, you have 2 levels of Reiki. So I have Reiki 1, 2, and 3, but I don't have I'm not a master. I don't have 4, so I'm not legally allowed or qualified to teach or certify Reiki. So I don't teach Reiki. If you want to let me know what area you're in, I do know a few Reiki teachers around Brockville and Kingston area. So if you're kind of around that area of Eastern Ontario, I can recommend a couple of them. Most of the good ones will not be willing to teach online. They prefer to do it in person. Some of them are very particular, and also they're concerned about possibly losing their licenses. So I don't teach it myself, but I know a couple around Kingston, Brockville area. If you're interested and you're in that area. So Carissa, if you want to connect with me for a reading, at the top of the comments, I posted my website. You can go on there, and you can either go on my bookings page and book a time, or just find my email and send me an email, and we can discuss what times you were thinking, or if you need more details. Okay, so you live in Nebraska, so we can do it online via Zoom if you like. But let me know if you don't. Have a look for my website link in the comments. Let me know if you don't find it, and I'll resend it. I'll repost it. Okay, so Cherish, you were saying you were taught by teaching Hamilton, but it's 10,000 for level 3. I've never heard of a price that expensive. Usually, like at most, it's from what I know, most of the time, each level is no more than $1,000 roughly. You might get the odd one that's a bit more, but nowhere near 10. So that's not usual at all. I've never heard of someone charging that much. Way back when Reiki first started, it was approximately 10,000. It was considered very sacred, very special, but that price hasn't been around for a long time. It's usually a lot cheaper these days, but yeah, that's not reasonable or realistic. Sheila Grinley, as for having the abilities all my life, my initial answer, I'm going to say no. I wasn't aware of it. If I did have them my whole life, I was totally unaware. I developed very late. The first 35 years of my life, I grew up in a Catholic Christian environment, so I knew nothing about spirit. I didn't believe in reincarnation or psychics, mediums. I only started my journey learning to meditate at the age of 35, so I definitely didn't have it. If I did, I was completely unaware of it, so I developed very late in life. Everybody has some sort of psychic ability to some degree. Not everybody's the same, but everybody has it. It's just most of us haven't been taught how to use it. We go with the left brain, the analytical mind, the rational thinking mind, and we use that to guide us. So most of us have abilities, but we're just not aware of it. We have to be, it's like, it's the same as training a physical muscle in the gym. You got to practice and train your psychic muscle. So you can learn to be more intuitive, more psychic, but you got to put a lot of effort into it. And some people are a bit better at it than others, but everybody has it. It's just, it takes practice. So I took 3 years of development classes, learned how to meditate. It took me a while. Some people are born switched on, some have it from childhood. Everybody's totally different. So it's very unique. Okay. Okay, so Carissa, let me know if I'm assuming you found my website link. If not, let me know and I'll send you my contact info. You're welcome to either email me or make a direct booking and we can do a Zoom reading, or you can just look at my website and read about more about me and my offerings and just see how you feel, get a feel for it. And again, if you need any contact information, again, just make sure you message me in the comments before we're done with the live, and I'll make sure you get the info. Okay. Okay, interesting. And that's interesting point you make, Sheila. When I was training and doing my classes with other people, the mediums that were teaching me, one of them in particular said that at least 80% of her clients were Catholic. So it just shows you Catholic was very deeply ingrained in people, and it's a lot to unlearn. But I've had quite a few actually, more than I probably know. They come to me for a reading, but they still go to their Catholic church and do their Catholic practices because it's so deeply rooted in them. It's hard to just drop it. Some people are not comfortable doing it because it's part of it's like part of their identity. It's who they are. Me, I was fortunate. I just did a total 180 degree and I switched. So I'm fortunate that I decided to follow that direction, but it's not easy for some. Okay, Marilyn, for planning purpose, how long is a teaching session? Okay. So if you're referring to the mentoring one-on-one, I'm going to say it's roughly an hour, depending on how many questions you have. So during the session, it's very interactive. It's very flexible. Some like me to do all the talking and they just want to listen. Some like to ask a lot and just go back and forth. I'm easy with whatever works for you. You do get a information handout with the lessons, so you get the information to keep, so you can refer to it for the rest of your days. But it's roughly up to an hour, maybe a bit less, depending on how quickly you understand and how many questions or how few questions you have. Some topics are much easier to grasp. So it's all up to you how much you need to ask and learn and understand from me. So give yourself roughly an hour, roughly. Could be a bit less if you like, if you need. Some people absorb it much faster, so could be less than an hour. Usually I've found with most people, it's under an hour. Okay. Actually, while we're on the live, some of you, I see quite a few new names. Maybe just let me know where you're from. I know Carissa's mentioned she's in Nebraska. Anybody else just want to share what city you're in or country? Just curious to see. I love connecting with different kinds of energies from different countries. Same as on my Thursday live. So I just find it interesting. I live in Canada, but I'm South African. So I've been Canadian for 20 years now. So I find different cultures and people quite fascinating, nice to connect with. Okay, so we've had some good, interesting questions. Anybody else have a question? Or if you can't think of any questions right now, if there's a particular topic of interest you'd like me to discuss, you're welcome to post topics and I can meditate on those and maybe bring it up next week. We can discuss spiritually related topics as well. So New Hampshire. I know where a lot of the states more or less are located geographically, but New Hampshire, I'm not sure if is New Hampshire more on the north side of the states? Is it northeast? Not sure in New Hampshire is. I know where Michigan is. I've been through it once. New Hampshire, I'm going to guess, is it northeast corner of the states? Not sure. I'm currently in Eastern Ontario. Oh wow, isn't that interesting, Marinen? The first song was Toto, huh? Spirit in the Sky, wow, isn't that non-coincidental? Wow, Spirit in the Sky, that's a nice tune to go into an MRI machine with. Northeast, okay, so I was right, okay, northeast, so not too far from the Canadian border, I guess. I'm literally right across from New York State, across the town of Morristown. So Morristown, New York. I'm literally across the river, right? I could go across in a kayak. That's how close I am to Morristown. I actually have gone across in a kayak. And I've gotten, I think, within 10 or 15 feet of the properties on the other side, on the US side, without any Coast Guard or anything coming by. It was the middle of the afternoon during the week. And I just waited and waited, and I was surprised I wasn't picked up or I was surprised no, there was no customs officers or what do you call them? Those boat patrols, customs, whatever. Okay, so Marilyn, just curious how the MRI session went, if you've had any feedback from them, if they've given you the results of the MRI yet. I don't know how long it took. I've done one before, years ago. I don't remember how long it took before I got the results, but just wondering if they've given you anything, any feedback. Okay. Okay. Okay, Carissa, randomly drawn to scroll through some reels and you found my live. Okay, that's interesting. I've only been on Facebook a few months, 3 months maybe. So interesting that you came across the session. So yeah, if you subscribe to it, every Sunday you'll get notified when I do pop on live if you'd like. Sheila's question, would Mary and Jesus be part of our spiritual team? Absolutely. Whether it's Mary, Jesus, Buddha, Mahatma Gandhi, they're all ascended masters. Saint Germain, archangels, everyone's connected on the other side. Everyone is from the same source, so they're absolutely part of your spiritual team. I've had Mother Mary's energy and Christ's energy come through for certain people during readings. Doesn't happen a lot, but I've had it. I had it this morning. I had 3 people sitting in my home having a group reading. Mother Mary's energy came through. You never know what's going to come through, because on a soul level, everybody's equal. Everybody's connected to the divine, to source, to the Christ energy, the energy of Mary, Joseph, whoever, Saint Germain. They're all ascended masters. So anybody can be connected with them. There's no single soul that's inferior to anybody else's. So absolutely, yep, they're part of the spiritual team. Okay, good question. Yeah, most people would assume, and depending on your belief, like if I was thinking back to my Catholic days, Catholics look at Jesus and Mary as from a slightly different perspective. So not all Catholics typically don't really, traditionally didn't believe in reincarnation, psychic mediums. They're not really up for that much. Some of them are, like there's some Catholics that, the ones that come and see me and the ones that are open. But depends on what you were taught while you were growing up, what kind of religious information you were given. When you're young, you absorb everything like a sieve. When your elders teach you things, you just take it as truth. So everybody's truth is their truth. No right or wrong. Everybody needs some sort of base or foundation to start with. Mine was Catholic as well. So there's just more information comes in. There's more to it. So everybody has an awakening at a different phase of their life. Some won't do it in this lifetime. Some will have it in a different lifetime, and that's all good. It's all okay. Everybody's connected on a soul level, so we can't really say, okay, so you're drawn to Mother Mary. Yeah, I find often with people that when Mother Mary or Christ does come through, I usually ask them, I say, are you Christian or Catholic? Because often people who are Catholic, Christian will respond and relate better to, say, like Mother Mary or Jesus as a figure, because that's part of their culture. If you were, say, raised in the East as a Tibetan monk or a Buddhist, you would relate better to, for example, whether it's Shakti or Gandhi or Buddha or Ganesha. It depends on the culture you were raised in. You're going to be partial to connect with spirit guides or beings from your culture. So there's no right or wrong. One's not better than the other. It's just it's variety. So it's not about the image or what the messenger looks like. It's more the message itself. That's the important thing. The spirit guides usually appear to us in certain forms just for our benefit. So we'll be more accepting of their presence and relate to them a little bit easier. Kind of like angels. It's better for them to appear in like a human outline or form with bright light and these huge, beautiful wings, so we can relate to them. If they were to just appear like a shining orb of light, some of us may not really appreciate it as much or relate to it as much, and we might not be as receptive to what that energy share with us. So spirit manifests in certain ways for our benefit, so they can get our attention and we're more receptive to them. Okay. Oh, by the way, if you know anybody else who is like-minded, who has questions about spirit and guides and angels and psychics and mediums, please let them know about my page. Invite them to join in on the lives. Subscribe and they'll get notified, and I can share some information with them. If anybody's looking for some online spiritual community groups on Facebook, I know of a whole bunch of them, and some of those groups also offer, like they do a few card pools during the week. They offer some talks. They share some spiritual information. They offer whatever they can. They also give a few free resources to help you out, answer some questions. For example, they have sometimes on a Saturday they'll have Ask Anything You Want night, and they'll post a comment and you can just ask all your topics on there, and one of the healers or mediums will randomly have a look at the questions and maybe respond to you and give you an answer. So it's kind of similar to what I'm doing, except it's not live. They'll post a comment and then they'll just message you back. They'll wait for your questions, and whoever jumps online of the healers or mediums, they will just pick a question and answer you, message you back. So if you're looking for online groups, I know of a bunch, or if you just have general questions and topics, post them in the live now. You're welcome to, and I'll share with you whatever I can. Okay, Machelin, my 2-night event. Okay, that must have been the event in Gananoque. Every couple of months I'm in Gananoque doing, it's like a gallery reading, so it's a small theater, and I walk around the audience and give psychic messages for a couple of hours. Those usually go really well, and this one did as well. The messages go very well. The energies is very, very good in that building. So I go pretty deep when I'm in that place. Usually goes very, very well. And this time was the same. Messages are good in there. They go really well. So I have anywhere between 20 to 30, 40 people. Once in a while, it's even more than that. So that went really well, Marilyn. It's a good place. I like it. Sheila Grinley, what you said there, your comment there about memories of your contract before incarnating, that's actually more common than a lot of people think. I've heard that quite a number of times. People have memories of what they agreed to before they incarnated into a body. So it's not very rare. It's not that unheard of. It's also pretty interesting, remembering things before you came down. There's some very good talks on Gaia about people that have similar occurrences, but they have a lot of detail. They actually share. They can remember what they were, who they were before they came down, and they have a lot of interesting information to share. A lot, they're pretty much known all over the world. So lots of information online, a lot of information. Okay, national tour, wouldn't that be something? So yeah, if the demand was that big, that would be pretty neat to travel around a bit. Yeah, if I had enough people and enough interest, I'd pretty much do it. So you never know. One day it could happen. The moment I'm still kind of sticking within the Eastern Ontario area. I travel to different cities and towns, but only within like an hour radius, hour and a half. So far that's where I'm at, but you never know what's going to happen in the future. Okay. Okay, Carissa, you're seeing multiples. Okay, so spiritual numbers, if you were to look at it, Google it online, you'll get a few variations. You got to pick which ones resonate with you. For me personally, when I see 333, that tells me to be grateful for all the blessings that I already have in my life now. That's the meaning I have for me. When I see 111, for me, it means focus your energy on manifestations and goals. So that's what resonates with me. What I recommend is researching a few different options and try and find the common grounds, the common denominators in all those interpretations, and take what resonates with you. But that's what 111, means for me. So if those resonate with you, then go with that meaning. Yana, hi Yana, nice to connect with you. So Yana, I'm non-religious. I just use the term spiritual generally or loosely. I'm non-religious. I don't have a religion. I'm from South Africa originally. I live in Canada. I just call myself spiritual. If I have to pick a name or a label or description, I just use the word spiritual. So I'm a psychic medium and I do energy work. I'm an energy healer. I connect with guides, angels, spirit, deceased loved ones. I do readings for people. I channel energy healings. I do intuitive Reiki. I also do spiritual development mentoring. So I'm interested to know what country or city you're situated in, where you're located. We've got people here from the States, Canada. I'm not sure where else is. I connect with people from various places and countries, so find that very interesting. So nice to connect with you. Not sure how you found the live, but welcome. So I do lives on Sundays for anybody that has questions on spiritual development or wants to ask me questions about energy work, guides, angels, how mediums and psychics work, Reiki, how energy healing works. I'll do my best to share with you what I know and what I've learned. Yana, oh, you're from Egypt. Okay, welcome. So we've got Egypt, we've got Richard from Ireland. I have a brother that emigrated to Ireland a few years ago. So I have a brother and a sister-in-law and a new niece and nephew that are in Ireland. So my parents are still back home in South Africa with another brother of mine. So I connect with people all over. It's very interesting. So yeah, this is just a general opportunity. If you want to post questions on the live about spiritual development, I'll share and answer whatever I can for you. If you have a topic of interest, we can talk about that too. And you can also join me on Facebook. I do lives on Facebook on Thursdays, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. My Facebook name is exactly the same as my YouTube page. It's Medium Blessings - Andrew Spirit. So you're welcome to tune in on Thursdays and see how I work with channeling psychic messages. If you'd like to just experience what that's like, or just join us on Sundays on YouTube for general Q&A info share. If you subscribe on the YouTube channel, you get notified when I go live as well. Okay, that's interesting, Sheila. Your light signature. Yep. So, yep. You're welcome to share, Yana, if you have a particular interest or belief. You're welcome to. And we have someone, Team Kazka, Poland. So it looks like we have someone from Poland. So welcome. And like Sheila was saying, you need some sort of foundation. So when you come incarnate in the physical, you grow up either in some sort of religious background or upbringing, and it depends what your parents and your mentors and teachers teach you. So depending where you grow up and were raised in, that'll have a big impact on your belief systems. And then some people have an awakening later on and they change. They bring in new things and they add on to their beliefs, or they change them a bit because they may not work for them anymore. Or, for example, some of the beliefs they had were not theirs to begin with. They were just taught to them or told them by somebody else, and maybe they don't work for them, that person anymore. So I encourage people to evaluate your beliefs, and as long as they work for you and you like them, you stick with them. If something doesn't feel appropriate to you anymore, even if it does work for even, say, the rest of your immediate family, if you feel something doesn't resonate or feel right for you anymore, then you have free will to change that. And if you wish to change your beliefs, you can do that. Okay, let's see. Okay, yes, so Sheila, that's pretty much par for the course. As soon as you change in a big way, especially your beliefs, if you change your beliefs or have an awakening of some sort and you change very much in that regard, a lot of people will not appreciate it very much because they notice a change in you. And if it conflicts with what they believe in, on a subconscious level, it's almost like a threat to their beliefs and a threat to them. So not that they're intentionally, consciously meaning to, but it's almost like they feel threatened and they will criticize you because it goes against their beliefs. So some people are very black and white. It's either their way or no way. Some people are very intolerant and they will not be accepting or compassionate towards people who have a different or opposing belief or point of view. So unfortunately, that comes with the territory. It's something we have to work through and deal with. So not a lot you can do with that, but a lot of people just have to go through that. The thing is, if you don't stand up for your beliefs and be yourself, you'll be the only one that pays for it. You'll suffer. Well, everybody will just think that you're on board with them and you're not stirring any waves. But you've got to do you, no matter how unpopular it is. If you don't, it'll become so unbearable that eventually something will give. Okay, let's see. I'm just trying to figure out some of this. Yeah. Not a huge fan of technology myself. I do much better in person, but you got to work with it. It's how you connect with people. So I just have to do it. So I'm just working with two devices here, so it can be a little bit tricky. Okay, so we've had a lot of good questions tonight. So anybody who's just jumped in, welcome. I've posted my website at the beginning of the comments, so if you'd like to read up more about me and what I do and what my offerings are, I'm basically an energy worker. I do intuitive Reiki. I'm a psychic medium. I do mentoring, spiritual development teaching, meditation facilitating. But you can learn more about me and my offerings, my background, and how I work on my website, mediumblessings.weebly.com. And or visit me on Facebook. My Facebook page name is the same as my YouTube channel name, Medium Blessings-Andrew Spirit. So you're welcome to read up more about that. And join me on Facebook on Thursdays, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I think I'm going to stay on just a couple more minutes just to make sure everybody's had a chance to ask their question. If anybody else does have something to ask, you're welcome to pop your question on the live right now. If I can answer it right away, I will. If I'm a bit stumped, I'll find out from one of my colleagues, my healer friends, and get back to you. And also, if you think of questions after the live's over and over the next coming days, just note them down, keep a record of them, and you can bring them to the live next week, and I can answer them for you. And we can share whatever we know and what we've learned. So, yeah. Okay, let's see here. Just want to make sure I'm up to speed with the questions. So, so a couple more minutes, last call, if anybody would like to post some questions. So remember, Facebook, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursdays. YouTube is Sundays. It's not always the exact same time though. It's typically end of the day going into early evening. I do post on Facebook at least half an hour or more before I go live, just to give a heads up where I can, but the time will fluctuate a bit. So if you subscribe to the channel, you'll get notified. Same with Facebook. So there you have it. Spiritual development Q&A, information sharing. If you'd like some online spiritual development groups to join, message me and I can recommend a few for you. Some of them also do similar free resources, or they give you a chance to post questions and they'll message you back and answer them. Even if you're interested in, say, Wiccan smudging ceremonies, certain rituals, purification rituals, all kinds. I mean, I know all kinds of healers, from Wiccans, witches, druids, tarot readers. There's so many different modalities. So if there's a particular one you're interested in, I can help with that. Okay, Marilyn, take care. Carissa. Okay, Carissa Ricard. So a one-on-one private medium psychic reading, one-on-one with me, is 175. An intuitive Reiki energy healing is 130. Mentoring sessions, I believe, are 100. If you like to, and if you haven't already, just click on my website link at the top. Check that out. There's a little bit more info on there, and there's a calendar, a booking availability. If you have any other questions, message me or let me know. Yeah, so those are my standard offerings. Once in a while, I do workshops as well. Most of them are in person. I haven't really organized one online yet, but I can. I'm willing to work online with just about anything that you need. So if anybody does request something of me and they prefer to do it online, I will work it out. I'll figure something out to do it online. So like I said, I can work in person and online. I have Zoom. So it works just as well. I've done group readings on Zoom as well. So I'm happy to do online work as well. Okay. And again, for those of you who don't know, I'm in Brockville, Eastern Ontario, just across the river from New York State. You're welcome, Carissa. Thanks for joining the live. So last call, everybody, before I jump off, last call for any final questions. Thank you for all the questions and comments you have posted. It was really good tonight. Good questions. If you know anybody else who's looking for something like this, maybe have them connect with my YouTube channel and they can watch the replay and get an idea. If they want some resources or some online groups, they can message me. So please share with anyone you feel is like-minded and maybe interested in this. And they can either, if they don't want to wait till next Sunday for the next live, they can just watch one of the, I think the replays remain on the YouTube channel for a while. I don't know how long it is, but it should be on for at least a few days, maybe a few weeks. So share with anybody you feel may be interested or is looking for this kind of thing, or some resources, have their questions answered. Yeah, I think that is it. So final call before I close the live. I'm going to close off any second now. So last chance. And again, thank you to everybody joining the live. Thanks for all the good comments and questions. Really good turnout tonight. Great interest. So share with anybody else you think would like this or is interested or is looking for some spiritual community online groups. A lot of people struggle with finding that because they don't know anybody in person. They don't know who to go to or talk to. I can definitely help them with that. Put them in touch with some other online free resources. Okay, so hope everybody has a good week going ahead. If any of you are in the area of near watching the solar eclipse, whatever you do, hope you enjoy. Hope the energies are kind to you over the eclipse. Some of us feel it more than others, but hope you have a good week. Hope it goes well for you. So I'm going to just sign off now and say bye. So thank you to everybody joining in, and hope to see you either on Facebook on Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or next Sunday on the YouTube Live. So bye for now, everybody. Okay.